There is no way you can look at these and not think they're awesome. Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Media. Today I'm going to be showing off my current Resident Evil Toybiz figure collection. So this is something I actually thrifted. I've been doing a lot of thrifting videos, so this is all stuff I thrifted one day at my local Goodwill outlets. And I actually am selling it for, you know, money. But I wanted to do a video on it because this is the first thing that I'm selling that I'm like, man, what a really awesome find. So I want to show it all off and just kind of document what I had at one point because I love this stuff, but I'm not really a general figure collector. You know, I collect amiibo, I have some plushes up there from the bins, but I don't really have the space for it or, you know, the desire to collect more. It's just awesome that I found it to begin with. So I wanted to do a video documenting everything that I found that day. I almost had every Toybiz. I think there's like 6 figures from the Toybiz Resident Evil series 1 and 2 that I missed. I think it's like Ada. There's a like Ivy poison monster. I don't have Mr. X, the coat Mr. X, as well as a couple others. But I have most of series 1, except for I think 1 figure, and then most of series 2. So let's go and get into it, starting with, of course, Leon. And I actually had 2 of these. I didn't grab the other one for this video, and I don't know where his gun went. There it is. There's his gun. Put that in his hand here. So this is Leon. This one doesn't look that great, I'm not gonna lie, but it is sick. I don't know why he is holding a wizard sword. That's how it was when I found it, but he has this shotgun there. They all have like an action feature. This one is just his head kind of moves. It's kind of a stupid action feature, but it was the 90s, man. It was a different time, right? Before I was even born. So this is Leon. This is the first one I saw. It was in so all this stuff was in one bag at a Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. And my girlfriend just grabbed it because she was like, oh, cool action figures. There was also some like X-File stuff in there. But she pulled out this and she didn't know what it was because she doesn't really play games like that. But I saw RPD. No, literally what I saw, I just saw Leon's little patch here on his shoulder. And I started freaking out. I was like, where is it? I started grabbing the bag. I didn't look through all of it. And then moving on from Leon, the second figure I found, or that I saw in that bag, was Jill. And that's when I knew I was on to something here. Now, the thing was, this was actually missing both arms. And as you can see here, her right arm there, the joint is kind of busted. She was missing both arms. And if you know what a Goodwill outlet is, you know that all this stuff is dumped into bins. It's all loose. I was able to find both arms. I went digging like a madman to find these arms. This one is a little fragile. I don't really want to mess with it, but her action feature is that she kind of twists her arm and her head, similar to Leon's. Now, I believe this, I watched a video someone else did on this whole series. This is the rocket that came with her. It fell out of her hand. I'm not really going to struggle too much to get it in there. But yeah, there you go. Actually, I got it pretty easily. This is awesome, man. This is sick. A little bit big for this little figure. And then also this shoots. So I'm not going to shoot it because I don't want to lose it because I did just sell it. But that is awesome. Let's see here. What else do we have? At first, listen, I love Resident Evil. My knowledge is a little limited. At first, when I saw this character, I was like, oh, Wesker. And now, you know, you have to understand, Goodwill outlet, you know, low lighting, not super high visibility. I was like, oh, Wesker. Obviously, it's Chris. But hey, in my defense, Chris has changed a lot. So there's Chris. And I have to say, surprised they never did a Wesker in this series, right? But there's Chris with a little Magnum. He's probably one of the worser ones, not as great ones. Looks like actually his plastic kind of got some melt going on there. And his action feature is, I'm assuming, similar. Yeah, he just kind of moves his arm. It's just a little notch on the back that you move. So that is Chris. Who else do we have here that's not actually a zombie? Where is she? Where's my favorite one? Oh no. Has she left the building? Where is she? Okay, she was hiding perfectly under a Tyrant. Here is Claire. So this is sick. She has her revolver there. It looks like her shoulder has a little bit of scuffle on it, but this is a sick figure. I think this is probably one of the better ones. All these figures have super great articulation for like 90s toys, in my opinion. Not that I'm a toy expert, right? I don't collect this stuff. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Pretty simple action feature here, though. But I think out of the human characters I've shown so far, she is probably the best looking. Next up, who else do we have here? I think that's all for the humans, actually. So we'll start getting into some of the basic zombies. This one's kind of disappointing. Like I said, I watched the video someone did. Well, I can't remember the guy's name. It was like 10 years ago he did the video. He did a video showing off all the toys and their action features. So this is a cop zombie. He is missing his brains and helmet. I couldn't find that in the bins. I didn't even know to look for it at that point because I was like, oh, what is this? He's supposed to like just kind of fall apart, but he doesn't stick together. That's the issue. He's supposed to be able to stick together with little issue, and that just does not happen. As soon as you do anything with this guy, he falls apart. So that's one of the less interesting ones in my opinion. Then we have here, these two were in a set. It took me a while to figure this out because I figured this out without watching the video. So there's this zombie. Looks kind of lame, honestly. And he's on like this weird pile of blood. At first I was like, oh, is that an X-Files thing? Because there was X-Files stuff in the bag, and then we found out it wasn't. But his action feature is that you put his feet in there and then he springs up, and I just broke it. He fell out. I'm not gonna attempt to do that. And then I guess I should show him a little bit closer. He's kind of boring, honestly. I'm not even gonna focus on him. He doesn't deserve the focus. But then we have this one. This one's a little cooler. He has some cool bone stuff going on here, and then this one, of course, on the back is pretty sick. Even like the legs they did pretty good on. He has like some weird like spores growing or something down there. That's sick. Next up, this one could have been one of the cooler ones in my opinion, but they just kind of they kind of flunked it. His action feature, I don't even know how his action feature is supposed to work. So it's just a zombie dog. It's just a basic zombie dog. But the entire point is that he like explodes and falls apart, and he looks sick on the inside. Try to show that there. He looks sick on the inside, but he does not stay together. So if I was trying to display these, you basically can't, because he just falls apart. So this one I've just had in a baggie the entire time, because unfortunately he does not stick together. I was actually just trying to see, because I'm not sure if his head might come off. I'm not going to test that theory. I don't want to break it after I just sold it. Next up, my girlfriend got upset because, like I said, there was X-Files stuff in there. She was like, oh, I love this spider. She was like, please let this be an X-Files thing. It is not, because obviously if it was X-Files, I didn't care about it. But this is a spider, the spider boss from RU1, I believe, right? This is a sick spider. And then this one actually has an action feature as well. I believe it's if you push the head in, its back flings open, and this is a part that a lot of people seem to be missing in other listings online. It shoots out these little spider like egg web things. Obviously I didn't let it launch it because I don't want to lose them, but that's pretty cool. That's probably one of the better action features, honestly, if you get it working. And then also a couple little weapons I forgot to show here. This I believe goes with Chris. It's just a generic launcher. I'm missing the action, projectile. And then also in that bag, I think this one comes with Claire. It's just a crossbow. And then also in that bag was this generic AK-47, which I don't think goes with any Resident Evil stuff. If you know what this generic ass AK-47 goes to, please let me know, because I cannot figure out what it goes to. I think it's probably just a generic toy. The guy had a wizard sword in Leon's hand when he was a kid, probably. So it must just be some generic thing that he included. Coming to the end here, this is a hunter, of course. This one looks really good. I like this one a lot because he has a glob of just human flesh, I guess, in his hands. So this one's really good. Doesn't really have an action feature, at least not that I'm aware of. He just kind of moves a little bit, but it looks really good. So there's that. Then we have a couple more here. Let's see here. This one's kind of lame. Like I said, I'm a Resident Evil fan, but I'm also kind of a newer Resident Evil fan. I've beaten everything except for 4, 5, and 6 at this point, and Code Veronica. I don't remember seeing this guy. This is a Chimera. I don't remember this at all in my playthrough of Resident Evil 1, 2, or 3. So, maybe you guys could help me with that. I like his little claw hand, though, here. Right there, that's pretty sick. There's actually 2 of this one as well, but it's in another baggie somewhere with the extra Leon I had. So that one's okay. I just don't really know what it is, to be honest. And then this is my personal favorite out of everything. This is the one, if I were to keep one, it would be this. I think it looks the best out of everything. This is a licker, dude. This thing is sick. So, as you can see here, got his brain. I believe his action feature is that this just shoots out. I'm not going to test that, obviously, but I think this is the highest quality looking one. It's just a small, really high quality licker figure, which, like I said, not super into collecting figures. I can't imagine there's that much licker stuff out there, right? So this one is really cool. This one's very nice, easy to display, and out of every Toybiz Resident Evil that I have, this is my favorite. Coming on to the last two, I actually showed these at the start of the video. This is Tyrant from Resident Evil 1, and his little action feature is that he pumps heart blood. He has like a heart, and it pumps blood. And the cool thing about mine is, trying to get the focus, it actually hasn't really dried out. It's a little dried, but for the most part, you can still see it pumping in there. I'm just pushing this back button here. This is probably my second favorite, I would say, overall. Well, not counting Claire, so probably third favorite, I guess. Licker, Claire, and then Tyrant. Just a cool looking figure, man. Huge claw, huge arm. I know there's I think it's a different Tyrant that has like an actual like eyeball or something on it. I don't know. There's another Tyrant that was super sick. And then last but not least, I suppose, this is probably the one that was most expensive, I assume, back then. This is William G3 or G4, I forget which one. And this one actually has replaceable heads, and I was able to get both heads, right? That's crazy. So obviously, I think the way you would do it, I forget how it actually looks in the game, but he has like he goes on all fours, I'm pretty sure, right? And then this becomes his mouth. It's hard to, I mean, you can tell it's an awesome figure, right? But his head actually comes off here. And at first I couldn't figure out if this is the head that it went to, because I played the remake of RE2. So I didn't know if this is what it was supposed to look like. And I just put that on backwards. Oh my God. I'm sorry, little William. Eesh. But I just thought this looked really stupid, okay? I'm not gonna lie. The body is sick, but then he just has this derpy ass little head. At first I was like, oh, is it like a weird looking Nemesis? Because Nemesis is white, but no, it's William. Like I said, I played the remake. It's been a while since I played that remake, so I guess I'm just misremembering, but I thought this looked derpy as hell. The other one's way sicker, looks way cooler, but it doesn't really stay on very well, unfortunately. So there you guys have it. That is my Resident Evil Toybiz collection, as it were. Of course, like I said, I'm selling it, unfortunately, but you know, gotta pay the bills, and this was a very cheap, cool find. So I just wanted to make a video kind of doing it the honor it deserves, because it is one of the coolest things I found at the bins. Overall, it might be the coolest thing I found. I did a video last week showing off all the games I found. One day it was a bunch of Game Boy games and like GBA games, as well as a Game Boy Color and some Wii U stuff. So overall for me, that was the best find. But in terms of cool finds, I would say this stuff is, I mean, this is just awesome. Whoever was collecting these as a kid, you know, he knew what he was doing. And he had a bunch of X-Files stuff, like I mentioned a couple times, and it all fit. It all fit with this theming. It was all like, you know, weird monsters and stuff. So there you guys have it. That is my Resident Evil Toybiz collection that I'm selling. Let me know what you guys think. Did you collect these when you were a kid? If you're an older viewer, maybe if you're newer into Resident Evil and you like collecting figures, maybe you're looking into buying them. They are quite expensive on the aftermarket, especially because most of the ones you see on eBay are sealed. These are the kinds of, like, look at this. This is the kind of figure you want to display out of box. So I think that's why mine sold pretty quickly, because there aren't very many listed out of box, right? So there you guys have it. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to share it around, subscribe, like it, all that fun stuff. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BoTalksMedia. And until next time, bye-bye.